Like most of you know, ICT concept is one of the most favorable concepts in actually trading the forex markets. Yes, ICT concept is one of the most favorable strategies or concepts in actually trading the forex market. Like you all know, I trade the supply and demand principle, the supply and demand concept, but I literally add some of ICT principles into looking for perfect entries in the market. For instance, I trade the supply and demand, and whenever price is at my support or my supply and demand area, I always go down to look for more added confluences in order for me to actually take all of this trade with easy entries. You guys understand? What the ICT concept is literally prioritizing easy and smooth entries. Like you guys know, what ICT uses actually all liquidities, tapping into liquidities, clearing liquidities, fair value gap, and all of those things. Those are the concepts literally ICT use to enter in on a particular trade. And like you guys know, when you see ICT concept and when you see the entries, they're literally very perfect. So in today's video, I'm literally going to be showing you guys, for those of you that don't know, you've been trading the ICT concept, I'm literally going to be giving you guys a eye-opening technique you can literally use in order for you to actually trade all of these things profitably. You guys understand? So I'm literally going to be heading into the chart now, showing you guys how to trade ICT concept, the concept in which you are going to use what you are going to add to your strategy in order for you to get all of those sniper entries, all of those quick entries, all of those liquidities, in order for you to know what to do with liquidities whenever you come into the market. So literally in today's video, this is what I'm going to be talking about, showing you guys how all of these things works and everything. So let's get right into the chart. So you guys see that I've been on this particular trade and I'm taking you guys to the derived chart, showing you guys more of synthetic indices. So you guys see that I've been on this particular trade on VIX 25. So let me show you guys how I was able to use the ICT concept and actually getting the snipest of entry on this particular trade on VIX 25. So you guys see that this particular chart is on the 2 hour. Let me go up to the 4 hours. So now you guys can see that this particular chart is on the 4 hour time frame. Let me quickly clear all of these things. The chart is on the 4 hour time frame, and you guys can see a supply zone here. There was a supply that was created at this particular level here. You guys can see the supply. So I literally went ahead to mark out my supply because I was waiting for a reversal from this particular supply zone. I was waiting for a reversal from this particular supply zone. So you guys see, I'm literally marked out my supply zone on the 4 hour time frame. So me scaling down all the way to like the 15 minutes time frame or the 5 minutes time frame to look for the most effective sniper entry on this particular chart is very insane, because you guys are literally going to see right now. So after price mitigated on the supply zone, you guys can see after price mitigated on the supply zone, this was the first mitigation. Let me go down to the 1 hour time frame. So you guys can see this was the first mitigation that happened. Price mitigated on the supply zone on the 1 hour time frame. The first mitigation happened, price rallied all the way to the downside, price went all the way to the upside again, price literally went all the way to the upside again to mitigate for the second time. And here is where I saw this particular chart, this particular analysis. I saw this particular analysis at around this particular point when price mitigated for the second time. So this brought me to when price mitigated at the second time. So this brought me to going all the way to probably like the 30 minutes time frame. Let me show you guys. So I went down all the way to like the 30 minutes time frame. Like you guys can see, here is a mitigation that happened here. Here was a mitigation, price came all the way to the downside, created a double top, came all the way to the downside, rallied all the way to the upside again to mitigate for the second time. Now this particular mitigation, you guys can see from the ICT concept, this particular stuff is actually liquidity. Price rallied all the way to the upside again to clear out this liquidity, then price came all the way to the downside. Let me go down to the 15 minutes time frame for you guys to understand this very clear. So when price rallied all the way to the upside, mitigated, created a double top, came all the way to the downside, then went all the way to the upside again, you guys can see price cleared out a liquidity on this mitigation box. Price cleared out the liquidity, then price started coming all the way to the downside. So this brought me to knowing that okay, this particular market is literally going to come all the way to the downside because On the other end, one, it has cleared out liquidity for a confirmation entry, and two, price has mitigated a supply zone from the higher time frame. So I'm literally waiting for confirmation to sell this particular market. So this brought me to identifying what we call supply and demand. So I literally came all the way to the second mitigation that happened. Price literally cleared out liquidity, came all the way to the downside, then caused a break of structure. So I'm looking for a confirmation entry using the ICT concept. Price caused a break of structure. After price caused a break of structure, I saw there was a mitigation on the supply zone, the recent supply zone that was created. So price causing a break of structure, mitigation of the recent supply zone that was created. This brought me now to actually identifying my fair value gap. So you guys can see, after price cleared out broke a structure, cleared out this inducement, mitigated properly. So price came all the way to the downside again to break another structure. This happening on the 15 minutes time frame for confirmation entry. So price came all the way to the downside again to break another structure, then left a fair value gap. Let me show you guys the fair value gap. Price came all the way, then left a fair value gap. You guys can see the fair value gap here. So this is literally one of the most snappiest entry you can literally find in the forex market. So what the price do after price cleared the fair value gap, price came all the way. Price mitigated nicely, filled the fair value gap, they started dropping all the way to the downside. Price started dropping all the way to the downside, targeting the overall low from the 4-hour time frame perspective. So you guys see how ICT concept can literally open your mind to a lot of things in the market, most especially on the lower time frame. So all of these things happens frequently on the lower time frame. This is the reason why ICT, the founder of ICT, literally trades the lower time frame more than the higher time frame, because the higher time frame are just to mark out the structures, the supply zone, the demand zone, but the lower time frame are to look for possible snipest entry to take your trade off, then capitalize on big moves in the forex market. So if you guys find this tip very helpful, please do make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.